Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning to my lecturer, which is TS Nur Azman bin Ma'arif. Today I will present the OOP mini project, which is a library management system. And firstly, I will introduce to you my group member, which is consists of me, Aisamuddin Fauzan bin Fatah. Second is Muhammad Aiman bin AZALI. Third, Siti FATIHA binti Muhammad SUAEIDI. Fourth is AINUL SYAHADAH binti Muhammad NORDIN. Okay, we'll go to the next slide. This is the module of the library system that we make in Java language. The first, library management, we focus on the admin module, which is the module consists of three main module. First module is login module, which is the login module will validate whether the user is student or the librarian or admin. Second is register module, where the admin or librarian can register the book and update their profile. And third module is report module, which is the report module will show the number of book and user that register in the system. Okay, next slide is this is the class UML that we create from the system. Firstly, we have the four what we call it folder that we create, which is the connection. The item in the connection is database class, item, package, consists of in the item have books class book. In the user we have two, which is student and librarian class. In the person we have member class. From the UML we can see there is inheritance from the member to student and from the member to the librarian. So some of the data we don't need to create because we can retrieve from the member. The student inherit the data from the member. And this is a project, main page, page 2 and page 3. Main page is the main to the coding of the system. Okay. This is the ERD of the system, which is consists of two tables. First table is book, second table is user, and the the rule of the ERD is user can register one and only one by user at one time, which is book can be registered at one time by the user, and the user can register one book at one time. This is this is the data dictionary from the ERD table. We create the data dictionary. ID, title, author, and type from the book are all required, and the ID from the book is unique, and the primary key is ID from the book. From the user, the ID is unique, same, and also the primary key, but the ID is auto increment, which is the number will increment automatically. The second is IC, third name, password, address, and role. All are required to save in or to store in the database. Okay, next. This is all the slide. We will continue to the demo of the system. Okay, I will stop the video right now to continue the next. demo system. We continue to the demo of the project. Firstly, we will close the database connection. So we stop all the service until the database is read. So we try to run the system. Firstly, we try to add input something, and we can click reset. And also, if we click the login button, if the connection is not open, the system will show database not open. So if we click the exit button, the system will exit. So we try to run the system again. Okay, we try to open. Okay, we can open this database. Start all service until the database is green light. Okay, we try to input the user that have the role ID is student. Okay, if the user is student, there will pop up for student, but in the system we will not focus on the student. Okay, if we put the wrong username and password that is now in the database, so the error will show wrong password or username combo. So we try to the input the right user and password. Okay, try to, as we know, the user that we entered before this, it is the admin or the librarian user. So click the home button. There is the report that show the book has registered in the system is 25, and the number of the user is 2, which is before this we try to enter as a student, and the other one is as admin, as we right now enter into the system. Then if we click the book button, we can register the book, and we can update, also view and delete the book. So we try to enter the number of the book Kasim Selamat and Maisara, let's say. And then we try to insert. Okay, the message will pop up that say the book had registered into the system, and we can see, you can view into the system Kasim Selamat Masara, and if we update, we can update by getting the data and put it back into the form. Let's say we change to this Kasim Selamat 2, and the message will show the book has updated, and we can view into the system. Okay, this is Kasim Selamat 2, and we can delete the data by clicking the row and click the button delete. Okay, that will delete the data from the database also. Okay, as we can see in the database, let's see, we see in the database sometimes it's gonna be wrong. As you can see, the data is deleted in the data Kasim Selamat 2 that we registered had in the system database. Okay, so as the user, we can see as the user that we have to, if role ID is 1 is the admin, role ID is 2 is for the student. Okay, as we can see, oh sorry for that, we continue back and we click into the profile. We can update the profile as we enter as the admin, like this. You can see Mama Baik, ABC 123, and student, and lot 12. If we change to lot 1 and we update, okay, update, you can see the address is changes. Okay, if we update, the function is like previous one, but the function is in the profile system of the user. If you update a student, the student update, the user will be the student as the role ID, and if they are login again, they not they can't access the system by the admin page, but by student page. So okay, so we can insert the book or update their profile and see the, as I think that's all. Let's see if I update same as previous. It's the same. Okay, that's all for the presentation, and thank you. Okay, we will continue to look at the coding. Firstly, there are 4 major coding that we need to focus. This is main page, page 2, page 3, and database and library Java. The project is this. If you want to see, this is the project. Package and class. Okay, in the main page, we call the page 2. So the page 2, for your information, the system that we make together, we not use the window builder, and we use the we make by our own style. So it's look like this, kind of messy, but function is running at the good condition. As you can see, as we go to the system, there are sounds when we pop up the message, the sound will come. So this is the function that we want to send the librarian information, which is when we enter to the page or the data username and the password is correct, we will call the function to send to the librarian. We input the value into the variable, and then we send to the page 3. Page 3 is the admin page. Page 2 is the login page. This is login page. We use the we not use the window builder because we need to understand in the JFrame. We need to add what the JPanel, if we want to use JPanel, JTable, JLabel, icon, and we also can use when we use the JLabel, we use the add mouse listener and add mouse enter event. So when we hover to the image, the image will change. And when we enter the image, such as the login button, the system will check the username and password, whether it is in the database or not. In the database which is user wait dot user. This is to check whether the user is in the database or not. If not, if else, is the student. If not, error. The password is error. Also, when the reset, when mouse enter, change the image. When mouse click, what happen? If the text null, error message will pop up. Or need reset, will reset to null when click the exit reset. When exit, the system will exit the system. This is system.exit 0. And when the system is login right, we'll go to the page 3. Okay, after we go to page 3, let's see, we send the shell library. We share the library, object to the page 3. Then we get the data from the librarian object before. So in the page 3, as we see in the demo, we have 3 panels that we need to create, which is to the navigation panel, the book panel, page, the profile panel, and home page. So we also use the object array list for retrieve the data. As we can see in this, we input the value from the database to retrieve the books in the database, and we store in the, let's say, ID, title, author in this one list, and then we call in the JTable. You can see in this. Let's see. This is insert. We insert the book. That is insert function. This is update. As you can see, this update book for level 2. Level 1 is for insert. And this is home. When we click the J label or the icon home, what happened? We remove all panel that have in the panel page 3. So we add again panel home. So we repaint. So when we repaint, the page will repaint again the panel. So Same goes to the book page and the what is this? This is to create the table value in the book page. We retrieve from the list. So this is delete. We remove from the table in the book page. We delete the book from database. Also, we can select the row to get the value. For update, button G is for the update, get value into the form. This is student for the home, for the page student. When we click the icon student icon like student, but it refer to profile, user profile. This is function for update profile. I think that's all that I need to share about this database. I want to share. This is the function book count for the count of the book, user count, user for check the user in the database, the view in case we want to view the user, and then user count. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for spend your time to hear my presentation. That's all from me and my group. Thank you very much.